Number 3, accidentally sitting after the first or third rakat. So if a person accidentally sits after the first rakat thinking it's the second rakat, he accidentally sits after the third rakat thinking it's the fourth rakat, and then he remembers, if there was a delay of how long? 3 Subhana Rabbiyal A'las or more, then Sajdah Sahw will be necessary. If there was a delay of less than 3 Subhana Rabbiyal A'las, then Sajdah Sahw will not be necessary. So he just sat down, immediately remembered, he stood up, and there was less than 3 Subhana Rabbiyal A'la, no Sajdah Sahw. But he sat there and he's thinking, time passes, he stood up now he remembers, Sajdah Sahw will be necessary. And Mufti Rashid Ahmed Saab, he's done a bit of calculating. Okay, he's mentioned that Subhana Rabbiyal A'la, how many letters are there in Subhana Rabbiyal A'la? There are 14 letters in Subhana Rabbiyal A'la. And we said, how many Subhana Rabbiyal A'las for one posture? 3. So 3 times 14, 42. Yes. So 3 times 14 is 42. So 42 letters in At-Tahiyyat. Because when a person has sat down after the first rakat, accidentally thinking it's the second rakat, he's going to start reading At-Tahiyyatu. So At-Tahiyyatu lillahi wa salawatu. If this person, the 42nd letter in At-Tahiyyat is At-Tahiyyatu lillahi wa salawatu wa tayyibatu. Assalamu alayka. Assalamu alayka. Ayyuhan Nabiyyu. So the ha in Ayyuhan, the ha or the H in Ayyuhan is the 42nd letter. So if you read past this, then Sajdah Sahw will be necessary. And if you stood up before this, then there will be no Sajdah Sahw. But remember, very important note, this is when you actually, as soon as you sat down, you started reading, and as soon as you remembered, you stood straight back up. Because remember, the key word we say is the duration of 3 tasbeehs. So if a person, he only read At-Tahiyyatu lillahi was salawatu wa tayyibatu, he's only read up to At-Tayyibatu, but now he's thinking that is it my first rakat or is it my second rakat? And the duration of 3 tasbeehs passes, even though he's only read up to Assalamu alayka. So he's read before the 42nd letter before this, but he's still thinking. Remember, we will look at it all in total. So it's not just how much you read, it's actually the whole duration. Do you understand? Yeah. So the whole duration will be looked at. So even in other things as well, where we mention that if there's a delay of one posture or 3 tasbeehs, we'll be looking at the time, not necessarily just what's read. So if that time frame is equivalent to the time it takes to say 3 Subhana Rabbiyal A'las, then Sajdah Sahw will be necessary.